DevolverLand Expo.
Heffy G.
Devolver Digital is proud to announce I am proud to announce the first ever playable video game experience that takes all of the in-your-face stink and discomfort, pomp and circumstance of a high-rent, crowded convention hall packed full of all of us assholes, and packs it all up into what we really should be interested in anyway. An actual playable video game you can actually video game play as a video game when we actually release it for you to video game play. Future.
Hey everybody, I'm Heffy G, and you know me. A question I ask myself a lot while playing DevolverLand Expo is, what is a game, really? It's something you do for fun, right? A little digital challenge to get some neurons to fire up in your brain hole when you're in between sessions of eating, shitting, or watching Everybody Loves Raymond? Sure, the pretentious types will tell you that there has to be a win state, loss state, etc, etc. But really, a game is an interactive experience dictated by the player's direct actions. If you can call What Remains of Edith Finch a game, technically Black Mirror's Bandersnatch is a game too, right? But what happens when someone uses the power of the interactive medium to try to hawk something at you? Usually you get games like Chex Quest and Sneak King where that happens, and those games are very no bueno, but when you add a dash of self-awareness, you might get something that's not quite as cringy. Devolver Digital is one of my favorite publishers around right now, and the reason has less to do with the quality of the games they put out and more with their strict adherence on not giving a single flippity fuck. As a company, they put less effort on putting a face on for the public than they do on just putting good games out. They remind me of Neversoft in their prime, you know, before Activision put them to work in the Guitar Hero mines. They cared about skating enough to fuck themselves up and then put it in the game just so people can get some laughs out of it. They cared about what they did, and you could tell that the people in charge of the Devolver Direct yearly update could care less about buzzwords and synergy, and really just want to show off the games they got coming out with a nonsensical story attached, just to get people to talk about it. That's why I was excited when at the end of the showcase, Nina Struthers announced that a free game was going to go up on Steam to build hype for the games announced during the presentation. A game about games? Needless to say, this Inception-level nonsense was enough to get me riled up, so I downloaded the sucker to take a look, and, well, here are my thoughts on it.
I can hear you, scurrying like a rat. Phil.
It runs like shit. It's more of a walking simulator than anything. And it's totally worth the 10 gigs it'll occupy on your hard drive. At least for the hour or so it'll take you to get through it. You play as yourself, I guess, and your goal is to explore the abandoned convention center packed with a whole bunch of different Devolver Digital booths and attractions. You're not exactly naked since you do get a couple different weapons to use against the security drones that are patrolling around. And by weapons, I mean a t-shirt launcher and a power glove.
I love the power glove. It's so bad.
The t-shirt launcher is actually pretty satisfying to use and has no business being this fun to shoot, even though the most you do with it is disrupt the patrol bots and occasionally solve a quick puzzle. The power glove is a gravity gun in the same vein that awkward glove thing from Time Splitter's Future Perfect is, so, yeah. The whole game basically has you move through the convention center in a linear fashion and watch a bunch of trailers for upcoming Devolver Digital games. It's a commercial that you play through.
Future.
And to be honest, I'm not even mad. Look, Sneak King and all the other Burger King games sucked an innumerable amount of balls because they were designed for replayability. This was meant to be played through once. Maybe twice if you're a stickler for secrets. The whole convention floor is bathed in a tinge of malice that makes it fun to push through in a horror game kind of way. The same way that the Devolver Directs are all portrayed in a skewed kind of tone that makes them fun to watch, this game gets you to play it through the same way. You just want to see what happens. And that boils down to a bunch of trailers and announcements of games that they didn't even show off during the live event. Really, if you've got an hour to spare, this is free and worth a run through, if only to tell your friends that you've played it and live to tell the tale. You know, like those How It Feels to Chew 5 Gum commercials. Have a good one, everybody!